Those very profound words and these two amazing videos that we just saw. I just want to conclude my remarks with a personal story. As I started with speaking about my father, I will conclude with this as well. About 3.5 or 4.5 years ago, I'm not exactly sure because COVID took everything away, I was in New York for the Kinnis HaShluchim. And on a Friday night, I was invited, together with my brother-in-law, Rabbi Meir Ganevish, to go to Rabbi Mendy Kotlarski's house and farbrang there after the meal and come over, which I did. And there was a delegation there of Jews from South America, I believe Argentina, and there was a delegation there from Australia. And I started mingling and schmoozing with the people, and Rabbi Mendy Kotlarski introduced me. I didn't really want to speak, I wasn't prepared for anything. And he said, "This is Rabbi Yossi Gordon from Chabad of Woodland Hills in California." And I finished doing whatever I had to do, and somebody came over to me. And he said, "You're Yossi Gordon from California?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Is your father Rabbi Yeshua Ben Yamin Gordon?" I said, "Yeah." "Rabbi Josh Gordon?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "I have to tell you, Rabbi Gordon, your father changed my life." And he went on for literally a half hour. This is a man from Australia who wasn't even frum at the time, but he was getting there. And he says, "I was going through many things in my life, and I heard about your father's classes, and one thing led to another, and I started learning with him, first Chumash, then Tanya, and now I learn Rambam as well. And I have to tell you, Rabbi Gordon, your father changed my life for the better. Not only my life, but now anyone that I come in contact with, I tell them, you have to learn with Rabbi Gordon." And then he turns to me. Again, this is about 3.5 or 4.5 years ago. He turns to me and he says, "Rabbi Gordon, please, when you get back to California, tell your father how much he means to me." And I turned to him and I said, with all due respect, my father passed away 3 years ago, and that was, again, 3.5 years ago. My father passed away about 6.5 years ago now. My father passed away 3.5 years ago. The man literally almost fainted. He says, "It can't be. No way. I learn with him every single day." He says, "To me, your father is more alive than ever, and I will continue to learn with him." When I heard this story from this gentleman, it was so inspiring to me. When he learned with my father, to him my father was alive. When we learn Rambam, the Rambam is alive. V'hachai yitein el libay. And when we learn Tanya, the Alter Rebbe is alive. And whatever we learn, the author is alive and learning with us. So as tonight, as we're celebrating the 41st Siyum HaRambam, let each and every one of us take a haflata, take a good resolution upon ourselves, and learn 3 prakim of Rambam to keep the Rambam alive. And if we don't learn, and we can't learn for whatever reason 3 prakim, as I said earlier, do 1 perek at least. And if we can't do that, do Sefer HaMitzvahs. And it's not only for the men, it's for the women as well. The women can learn 3 prakim, 1 perek, or even Sefer HaMitzvahs, but more so can encourage your husbands, can encourage the men to learn Rambam. Tonight is BaOmer. We are all sitting here tonight celebrating BaOmer because of an incredible tzaddikus. Rachel, who was Rabbi Akiva's wife, she was the one to convince him to go and learn Torah. First for a certain amount of years, and then go back for more learning. And that's how Rabbi Akiva amassed the 24,000 students. And as Rabbi Einhorn said, didn't give up after that. He found 5 prized students. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the Rashbi, of course, was one of them, and the rest is history. Let us take a hachlata. Let us learn Rambam. And Emirtza Hashem, through the schus of us learning the Rambam, the Yad HaChazaka of the Mishnah Torah, the strong hand, Hashem will give each and every one of us a bracha, that we should have strong hands, and strong bodies, and healthy bodies, as the Rebbe said, Machla, 83, and all those who needed a full shlema, the Karev Mama should be granted a full shlema. And we'll go from this amazing simcha of the 41st Siyum HaRambam to the ultimate simcha, Bevias Moshiach Tzidkenu. Amen. Please give your attention to someone who doesn't need any introduction.
Beverly, clap your hands, please.
I want to tell you, I don't miss a day without the street parking from the house. I don't miss a day. 41 years in Moscow, 3 years. Don't miss a day. The most important thing, I believe, that we all have to understand, and that is, the Rebbe is always with us. See the Rebbe's picture there? The Rebbe is always with us. And you have to understand, the major lesson from the Rambam is Bias Moshiach Tzidkenu. Major lesson. Bias Moshiach Tzidkenu. Kamayim Mayom Mechassim. And that empowers us. Do what you can do to bring Mashiach. The Rambam teaches us, you have to learn about that, etc., etc. The Rambam makes it clear. So you must understand. One more year to put on film. 120 years of I never give the Rebbe a gift. One more year to put on film. 1 year that he found made a mikveh. It's all about action. Action, action, action. That's what it's all about. And you must understand that tomorrow, as a Hashem, 10 o'clock is will be a wonderful citywide celebration of BaOmer. And Baruch Hashem have a chasana tomorrow afternoon as well. So we're very, very thankful to Hashem for everything. My Rebbe's not going to be in Bas Blumenland. Should have a full and complete recovery. And the memory of my son, that I've Tzemach Yeshua Kuhn, where I spent the last hours with him of his life, was right in this hall. And when he walked me to the car, he said, Tati, it's going to be good. That's the last words I heard from him. So you must understand, action. I say it again, again and again. Mezuzahs, everyone who does this job. And when we do all of this, and we do it with simcha v'tuv leva, and we do it with emunah, simcha b'tach, we will break down the final barriers of growth. As the Rebbe said, put cotton tough in your down. Mashiach laat hinter een land. We hebben een zekere afdeling. Het is een berechte land. Als de Mashiach. There is this attention. I want to thank everybody that made this program very possible. Rabbi Yossi Kuhn, who runs Beverly Hills Hotel. And everybody else. Good yontif, like BaOmer, good yontif.
Please give me 2 more moments. Yashikreach Rabbi Kunin and Mazel Tov for the Kunin Mishpacha on the wedding tomorrow. Mirza Hashem. Outside, I want to share with everyone that there are 2 things which you are able, one to purchase and one to take. There is this beautiful new book called Sefer Eitzer HaMelech al HaRambam, the Rebbe's commentary on the Rambam, the Weiss edition. It's for sale outside, part 1 of 2, and Mirza Hashem will be part 2 as well. There's also Chayenu outside for Parshas B'chukaisai, and in the Chayenu there's a 3 prakim of Rambam that you can learn, as well as listening to Rabbi Zion's his class on daily classes in Mirza Hashem. You can also learn with my father if you want to do 1 perek on daily classes with Rabbi Gordon. It's an app on your phone, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, it doesn't matter, but the main thing, the ikar is learn Rambam. And I just want to conclude by thanking many people here that made this night possible. First of all, as Rabbi Kunin said, you took my thunder already, to thank my dear friend and colleague and my classmate, Rabbi Yossi Kunin, the backbone of tonight's Siyum. Rabbi Zayitz and Rabbi Moshe Kesselman for all your help behind the scenes. All of our co-sponsors, and Baruch Hashem, there are too many to mention by name. And Mati Sirota